Taiwan Feng Shui Field Study, Episode 4. This is the fourth episode of the Taiwan Feng Shui Field Study series. Feng Shui Field Study begins when a prepared eye meets chance. On the way to the National Palace Museum, I was sitting by the left side window of the bus. At that moment, two small peaks quietly appeared beside the road. Wherever peaks rise, there is always a possibility that vital energy gathers nearby. If I had been sitting on the right side of the bus, I would never have seen them. Such a small difference can decide the outcome of a field study, and sometimes even the direction of life. I briefly looked through the museum interior, then left the group and walked outside to observe the surrounding land. This place is Zhishan Garden. It is located immediately to the left of the National Palace Museum. In Feng Shui, direction is determined by standing with the site behind you and facing forward. From this perspective, Zhishan Garden forms the inner Azure Dragon of the museum. The park was developed in 1984 and can be freely accessed with a museum ticket. Along this ridge, two peaks can be seen, an upper peak and a lower peak. On the upper peak, the name Sandiaquan is carved into the rock. Sandiaquan is originally the name of a famous waterfall in Jiangxi, China. Here, a small waterfall and stream were created to reflect that name. Whether this peak is natural or artificial is unclear. However, from a feng shui perspective, the upper peak does not meet the conditions of an acupoint. Its form exists, but the energy does not gather or settle. The lower peak tells a different story. Here, a clear acupoint formation appears, according to the four forms of acupoints. This is a breast-shaped hole, a milk-shaped acupoint. The dragon vein rises from the mountain pass and turns left. This movement is influenced by layered rocks on the right, known as Yaoxing, or supporting stars. In front, multiple layers of Guanxing, or guarding stars, prevent the energy from flowing downward. As a result, the energy stops, gathers, and stabilizes. This is the moment when the land reveals its intention. One important question remains. Is this peak naturally formed, or was it created by human hands? If it were purely artificial, the rocks would likely be placed evenly in all directions. However, the rocks are concentrated only on the right and the front. The left side is steep and completely bare. This imbalance feels intentional, but not human. At that moment, a passage from the Qing Wujing came to mind, where grass and trees grow thick. Auspicious energy follows, inner and outer, surface and depth. Some may be natural, some may be made. If grass and trees are replaced by stone, the meaning remains the same. This land feels both natural and artificial. So which is it? Perhaps the land itself has already answered. The next location is Huashan, 1914. This site was once a factory and brewery, and has been transformed into a cultural and creative space. It is visually interesting and culturally active. However, from a feng shui perspective, it holds little meaning. There is no gathering of energy, no acupoint formation, and no sense of convergence. Huashan 1914 is not a site for feng shui analysis. It serves instead as a contrast. Feng shui field study is not about famous places. It is about recognizing where energy chooses to stop. That day, a seat on the left side of a bus led to the discovery of a hidden acupoint. This is the quiet joy of real feng shui fieldwork. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your time.